fantastic, stonking, funny and punny Neil Benn.
Yay! I guess you're expecting someone taller? I'm all they could get at short notice. That's one! Hey! That's Nikki. Nikki introduced me onto stage. She's got a very important role. Nikki, she is our pun monitor with the punometer. Every time I do a pun, she's going to up the counter. And who's good at spotting really terrible puns? No, I need someone grown up, because I know what will happen if I give it to someone young. They're always going to go. I'm going to give it to the three ladies up there, between them. Okay, so if there's a particular terrible pun, just go. Alright, okay, here you go, great! Oh, very good, it doesn't matter. So there you go, my name's Neil Benn, and yeah, we're going to have some fun. So a couple of rules. Number one, enjoy yourself, and two, go when we finished. I think that will do. Okay, so here we go. There is an act in every show that no one likes because it's boring. The writing's weak, delivery's poor. I'll do my best, but oh my God, that lady's snoring. I'm not usually that bad. I'm not. I've got jokes I find hilarious. Shame that no one else agrees, which means the rest of this act might seem precarious. And if you have the tiniest suspicion, and you can forgive my perspiration, now is the time to laugh and smile, because I'm going to be up here a while. I'm the act that's going to try and do its absolutely best for you this evening. So there you go. So I know, I will do my best. I did this show last week actually at the Garden Rooms. We did double the approximate number of puns in that show. Let's see if we can beat it tonight. Should we give that a go? Yeah. Okay, so as I said, my name's Neil. You probably noticed I'm a little unusual. That's right, I'm a single dad. Now, I don't want you to worry, I haven't left the kids at home on their own while I'm entertaining you lovely people. No, they're waiting for me in the car. At Watford Junction Station. Well, there's plenty of CCTV cameras there, so someone's keeping an eye on them, which is good. I have left the windows open so they have air, and water, and a bucket, and soap and sponge, and instructions to have the car cleaned by the time I'm back. Well, you've got to give kids something to do these days, otherwise they get bored without Wi-Fi. So, I had some really interesting news the other day. I met my doppelganger. I did. I was so excited, I was beside myself. Would you like to meet him? Okay, hold on. Right minute. 1 minute. There you go. Oh, blimey. The resemblance is uncanny, isn't it? My name's Sir Hilary Edmonds, CBE, PTO, RSVP. I'm an explorer extraordinaire, yes. I come from a long line of explorers. My father was an explorer. my mother was Jewish. When I was little, I was circumnavigated. So I've been travelling around the world, and I get to share some stories with you, I have, yes, of my travels. Now, I've got a terrible memory. So I brought my map. Thank God I remembered to bring that. I forgot it last week. I brought a map. And every one of these images is a joke or a story or panel, possibly a piece of a souvenir that I brought back. And I'm going to take you around the world. Should we start in North America, shall we? Yes? Alaska? Yes? Madam, where should we start? No, we'll start in Alaska, yeah, because we're going to have a whale of a time. We are, yes. So, yeah, when I was in Alaska, I was trained to be a musher. Now, a musher stands on the back of a dog sled shouting, mush, 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 and the dogs run. Mush, 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 and the dogs run. I'll tell you what, I was very good at shouting mush, mush, but I wasn't very good at steering. I smashed into one of those Inuit ice houses, can't remember what they called. Bloke wasn't very happy, but he glued it back together again. It was no joke, really. So anyway, yes, I was shouting mush, 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 mush. Went on for 3 hours shouting mush, mush. By the end of it, I was feeling a little husky. Yeah, no, I know, I was asked to leave, leave Alaska, so I went into Canada. And when I was in Canada, I spent a couple of weeks house-sitting for some Canadian pirates. Yes, every morning they'd make me walk the plank. Yeah, they didn't have a dog. Now, can anyone see what that is? What do you think that is? Is it a moose or is it a reindeer? So, what was that, madam? So you're going to need this. There you go. There you go. I think you need it. There you go. You need it. Because it looks like reindeer. Don't worry. I don't throw so many things at the audience. What's this? Actually, I brought one back with me, and it's in my other pocket. What is it? Duck. Well, cool. So yes, duck. Yes. Fair enough. So yeah, this is an Atlantic cod. It's the biggest fish in the sea. It's better known as the codfather. Yeah. He says, "Don't mess with me, because when the chips are down, you will be battered." Apparently, that's how fish and chips were invented. Mm-hmm. Yes. Heard of buffalo? Yes, I have. Yes. Couldn't come up with a story about the emblem of Canada, so I'll leave it alone. So I went on into the United States, the home of the giant redwood. That out of all giant thing, it is tremendous, really is. Yeah, I didn't say these were any good. I just said they were puns. So yeah, I spent some time in Kansas. You know Kansas, the film The Wizard of Oz. Yes, I thought Dorothy was lovely, but I really think the actor that played the Scarecrow should have got the Oscar. Yes, because he was outstanding in his field. Thank you very much. Yes, I actually went out with a girl there, and who was into hokey-cokey sex. Sorry, I know it's hockey, but I'm dyslexic, so who cares? Hokey-cokey sex, yes, in, out. We shook it all about, she did the hokey-cokey, and turned around, because she liked it at the bottom. Actually, we went on a date. We went to a lobster restaurant. I went to the lobster restaurant with her, and I went to the waitress and said, have you got a lobster tail? And she said, yes. Once upon a time, there was a naughty little lobster who didn't pay his bill. I said, what happened? Well, we caught him and he was in hot water. Yeah, so I actually did have a couple of girlfriends when I was there. I went out with the Statue of Liberty. Yes, she's still holding a torch for me. We got to go on forever with this one. By plane, no, I couldn't afford one, not with the cost of living crisis. And a 10-gallon hat, can't even afford a 1 litre one. It's terrible. I hope you're getting these ones down. How are we doing? £32 already, bloody marvellous. Actually, before I left America, I went over to Hawaii. I tried to set up a naked surfing competition. Yes, couldn't get anyone on board. And did go out with a lovely girl in Mexico. She was lovely. She was, yes. But she liked spicy food, and I said to her, I said, a jalapeno spicy. She said, no, there's just a little chili. I cruised down from the North Atlantic Sea down to South America on a cruise. I don't like being on boats. I'm a little bit nervous, so I said to the captain, I said, do boats like this often sink? And he said, no, only once. I know. Takes a while sometimes, doesn't it? Yeah. So, into South America, don't have anything for coffee, so I'm just going to express my gratitude for you coming out, and for being here. Yes, you're going to like this one. You are, yes. Long John Silver, you know, his obese parrot flew off. That was a weight off his shoulders. Yeah, I spent some time in Peru. I did that trail. You know the trail? Can't remember what it's called, but it was incredible. Really was. Yes. And llamas, sadly llamas, they're an endangered species. They are, but I know how to conserve them. Yes, yes, you laminate. I know. Almost done with South America, don't worry. It's not going to go on forever. Well, it might. Spent some time on the Galapagos Islands looking after my friend's giant tortoise. He ran off. Yeah, I had to get him another one, so I had to shell out for one. Yeah. Oh, I've got to tell you about this. Lovely Argentinian woman I met in Argentina. Fancies herself as a bit of a baker. She wasn't very good. Every time she'd make rock cakes, she'd ask me to take my pick. Yes, I know, I'm bananas, certainly I'm bananas, but rather appealing as well, yes. That was £2, eh? Did you get them both? Yes, I hope you did. Yeah. And finally, heard of cows? Yeah, I have. I didn't say it would be original puns, I might do the same one twice. Right, well, I'm going to have a bit of a lie down and pass you back to Neil. I will be back a bit later, okay? Yes, thank you. So that was Sir Hilary. With any luck, he'll come back a bit later and do a couple more puns. If we don't get lucky, he'll do probably 40 or 50. Open and shut case. That's right, there's going to be many more like that. Yeah! Just strained my voice. Finding love when you're only 5 foot tall isn't easy. But I do like a girl I can look up to. So I went out with this girl called Polly. She was 6'3". My daughter drew me a picture of Polly. She did, yeah. Would you like to see it? Yes. There you go, that's me and Polly. In a circle of love. That's me standing on a box holding Polly's hand with lots of hearts circling us. She drew me another picture a couple of weeks later. No circle of love, just a polygon. I found out Polly was a thief! I know! She was caught shoplifting in B&Q. They found a ladder in her tights. candy. My other girlfriend asked me to send her a couple of dick pics. Would you like to see them? Hey, I'm sorry, it's part of the act. There you go, Siddiqui. That's the first one, Siddiqui. She asked for two, so there you go, Richard III. That's a throwaway joke. Yeah. What's that, Nikki?
54.
54? We've beaten 50 already. That's not bad. So I'm moving house, and I've been clearing out the ribs, and I found these. I found these. They're probably quite valuable, so if anyone wants to give me 20 quid, they can take them off my hands. Who writes this shit? This is just a sign of the times. Or in other news-related puns, Guardian of the Galaxy. My other girlfriend, she's a catwalk model, and she's absolutely lovely. Only problem is she takes forever to do her makeup. So sometimes I help her. Sometimes I help her make up her eyes. Sometimes I help her make up her lips. But mostly, I just make up she exists. Do you know what really upsets me? The amount of ducks that died to make this. I'd like to talk to you about underwear. I will try and be brief. But that might be a bit hard. Smarty pants. How are we doing? Are we having a nice time? High five. No, I know, some people got that way. You're smart, you're clever. The worst thing my other girlfriend ever said to me during sex, run me a bath, I'll be home in 10 minutes. Now, what's the next joke? Bear with. No, I'm not going to throw it at you guys, I won't get it back. They say, never judge a person until you've walked a mile in their shoes. Some bloke in Luton gave me these. What a clown. So shall we see how Sir Hilary's getting on?
Yeah.
1 minute. Can't be bothered to put the jacket on. Adjusted. Yeah, so there you go, that was Neil. The thing is, you see, I've travelled all the way around the world, and I've met a lot of girls, and I'll tell you what, there isn't a single one that would put up with him. So where was I? I was down here, so yes, we were, oh yes, so I'm heading over to the Antarctic, and I went on this little fishing boat, with the London Symphony Orchestra, yes. And I was up on deck, because I like the air, with one of the big orchestra players. And the captain came out and he looked at me, and then he looked at the big strapping lad and he said, "Do you know how to castanet?" And he said, "No, I play the trombone." So I was in Antarctica and I went out with a girl who identified as a penguin. I did. Yes, all we'd do every evening was net fish and chill. The thing is, I actually watched the final episode in a box set without her, ever since she's given me the cold shoulder. I almost did, though, get engaged in South Africa to South Africa. Yes, one of those girls in South Africa. And she said nothing would make me happier than a diamond ring. So I got her nothing. And if you're worried about being eaten by sharks, they'll only eat you if you're wet. No, I told you I came from a long line of explorers. My dad was an explorer. I said to him when I was little, I said to him, Papa, Daddy Papa, I said, what? Can you explain to me what an eclipse is? And he said, no, son. Thank you very much. So here we go. This is the African plains, better known as Chad Airways. Yes, and actually I only ever fly first class, so when I was flying first class on Chad Airways, they make this really lovely bongo bap. If you want one, all you have to do is shout, drum roll please. Yeah, I know. I didn't say it very good. Actually, you'd like this one. I was in Egypt, Sahara Desert, with my girlfriend. Some bloke came up to me and offered me 40 camels for her. Now I smoke Marlboro, but I thought, that's not a bad deal. Little known fact about the pyramids, right? If you stand with your back to the pyramids and you look out at the view, you can't see the pyramids. But if you turn round, you'll notice that they're a square on top of a square on top of a square up to a point. So let's travel into Europe and the Acropolis, yes, Greece. I was in Greece. I had 2 jobs. I needed to earn some money. 2 jobs. One of them was an archaeologist at the Acropolis, and the other one was at McDonald's. And it didn't matter what job I did, I always came home smelling of ancient Greece. Now, I have to tell you about my little liaison in Spain. I went out with this lovely bullfighter called Matt. And I said to him, Matador, Matador. He said, I am Spanish. If you want to tell me you love me, tell me in Spanish, not French. I said, Matador, Matador. He said, I am Spanish. Do not tell me you love me in French, tell me in Spanish. I said, Matador. He walked right into it. England, the hell of the beautiful game unless you live in Watford. You know that new manager of Watford Football Club? I can't remember his name. They change so often. But he's a bit of an angry man. He is. I was climbing over the stadium wall, and he came up to me. He says, "Oi, you! Get back in and watch the end of the match." Yeah, windmills, wind farms, all that kind of stuff. Not a big fan. But if you want to go somewhere nice and see some wonderful stuff, Iceland, apparently the volcanoes are a tourist hotspot. But I'm not really over volcano lava. Yes, I got a job taking photographs of fish in human apparel. It was like shooting fish in a barrel. Or apparel, or something like that. Do you know what? Occasionally you get one wrong, and it doesn't matter, because there's so many others. Like, when I went skiing, I'm not very good, I told you I'm not very good at skiing. Yes, I managed to get to the top of the mountain, but from there it was downhill. So, what happened later? I'm going to leave Asia and stuff for a while, but I am going to tell you about, oh here, this reminds me, I had to go to the doctor the other day, because I had some lettuce stuck in my bottle. Yeah, he said, "It's okay, we can get it out." I said, "No, that's just the tip of the iceberg." So I'm going to go and have a lie down, and I'll hand you back to Neil. Yes. So Henry, so what's he like? I don't know what he's like. Apparently, Michael Paley managed to get around the world because everybody liked him, yeah? Got really well. I can't understand how Hillary managed to get out of Watford. A few more throwaway jokes here? Oh wait. Fella with the duck. What's that say? Catchphrase. Butterfingers. My other girlfriend designs noisy toys for babies. She's made an absolute fortune, bought a 5-bedroom house which she rattles around in. What's that?
100.
100! How long have we been going? We've only been going half an hour. 100 and a half. Amazing. So I do like reading. So I've come up with some new book covers of two of my favourite books. This one is Lord of the Flies. Can you see that, Lord of the Flies? This one's Lord of the Rings. Actually, I'm going to sing again. Are you ready? It's actually for this one here, but I'm not going to do it to Hillary because he can't sing. So anyway. Duh, duh, duh. It is the eye of the tiger. What I don't understand is why didn't they sing about the other letters? This is the end of time. Unless you happen to be dyslexic like me, and then this is the end of time. Oh shit, sorry. I haven't got all my steps in, hang on a sec. Quick, walk round the block! Yeah, got them. I need to get myself fit, can you tell? Doctor said I need to get myself fit, so I started playing table tennis, yeah? Yeah, it was going well, until I fell off the table. So, I thought maybe golf is a better one. So, all was going well until I fell down the hole. So, in the end, I fell walking. Always going well until, yeah, you got it. I fell walking, yeah. I stumbled across a mountain path. But I don't want you to feel sorry for me because I've only got one kidney. Yeah, just the one kidney. The other's an adult knee. That's why I keep falling over. Yeah, no, my son said to me, he said, Dad, you need to get a couple of dumbbells, that will help. I said, how are they going to help me? What else have I got in here? Bloke comes up to me and he says, how long's a piece of string? I said, well, this one's about 7 inches. He says, have you got anything longer? Afraid not. Now I need your help here. Is this Rock Around the Croc or Crocodile Rock? Which one? Crocodile Rock. Thank you. One of my snappier jokes. I think it's about time we addressed the elephant in the room. Here he is. No, actually, I've already addressed him. Anyone got a stamp? Oh, should we see how Sir Hilary's doing? Thank God I don't have to put that jacket on again. So we were talking about elephants, weren't we? Yes. So how can you tell the difference between an Indian and an African elephant? Only one of them's an elephant. That takes it. Actually, when I was in India, I went to the Taj Mahal, I did. It was wonderful, it's beautiful. I stood there and I had a massive erection. I did. I shouldn't have gone Viagra. Yeah, I know. So I was in Saudi Arabia near the petrol oil fields, and every time I farted, a little smoke would come out my arse, and it would smell of petrol. Doctor said I was exhausted. Yes, I went for a flying carpet competition. I did. But I was disqualified for taking performance-enhancing drugs. There with. No, actually, when I was in Russia, I really got Russian dolls. Yes, I'm really into them. Actually, I did go out with a Russian girl when I was in Russia. Yes, they thought she was a spy, so they sent her to Siberia. Ever since, she's been cold and distant. Yes, quite sad, really. Yes, dolphins all the way over there. I studied dolphins for a while. Do you know what I found out? They're not that much different from us, because they can get depressed if they don't have a life purpose. I know, it's quite sad, really, isn't it? In Japan, I've heard news this morning that the Origami Museum in Tokyo has been raided. I will keep you up to date as news unfolds. Thank you, Aaron. Now, here's a little tip for you. If you're ever going to travelling, always travel with a packet of cards in your pocket. Yes? Because if you get washed up on a desert island, you can play patience. Gives you something to do, and as everybody knows, play patience for 10 or 15 minutes, and someone's going to lean over your shoulder and tell you you've done it wrong. And then you're going to have company. It's a little tip that I learned. Panda. Yes. If you want to open a zoo in China, you need 3 pandas, 2 grizzlies, and a panda. That's the bare minimum. Yes, so in China, I went over to Nepal, and I met this Sherpa, and he told me this story about how he went up Everest in a pair of flip-flops. I still don't know if he made it up. I know. White rice. They say brown rice is, this is for you ladies there, brown rice is way more healthy for you than white rice, yes. So I eat my white rice with chocolate sauce on it. There you go. Thank you very much, yes. I saw an ad in the paper. It said, yachts for sale. I said, as if we don't know how yachts work. Yes. I finally finished my journey in Australia. And a couple of things about Australia. Kangaroos, you might not know this, but you can't get more than 39 bananas in their pouch at one go. Another thing you might not know is I'm no longer allowed in Melbourne Zoo. That's quite sad, yes. But their customer service is quite good. I walked into the shop and I said, excuse me, can I have my money back? That boomerang I bought off you doesn't work properly. And the man says, of course you can. Where's the boomerang? I said, I don't know. Takes a while. And finally, New Zealand. Got a job in New Zealand. I got a job in New Zealand as a shepherd. I did, yes. I got a job. My sheepdog was a bit of a silly ass. He really was, yes. Every time at the end of the day he'd come up to me and he said, all 50 sheep are in their pen. I said, we've only got 48 sheep. He said, I know, I rounded them up. Oh dear, that was Sir Hilary. He's definitely gone over that. So a little bit more about me. Yeah, a little bit more about me. You probably noticed I'm not very tall and I'm a little bit fat. The politically correct term for my condition, short for my weight. Although I don't mind what you call me as long as it's not dwarf. Yeah, because them little people really get on my tits. Some of them can even reach. They're always getting the best parts in film and TV shows. A part a little guy like me could play, but no. I mean, take that Warwick Davis. Lovely little actor. Selfish bastard. Not one, but 2 characters he had in the Harry Potter movies. I could have played one, but no. He's got the height disadvantage under me. It's only a few inches, but apparently a few inches can make all the difference when you're a goblin. Aren't I right, ladies? Now, I just have to accept there are some things a little guy like me can't do. Like, I can't be a fireman. Yeah? I am strong enough to sling someone over my shoulder and carry them out of a burning building. Apparently it doesn't count if their head is dragging along the floor. Another thing I can't do anymore is work in Starbucks because I'm a scale electric. Oh, no, that's not right, sorry, dyslexic. I kept spelling people's names wrong, so when Boris Johnson came in for his skinny latte, I don't know why, but I spelled Boris twat. It's okay, because when I called out skinny latte for twat, he knew it was for him. But Starbucks didn't like that, so they fired me. I took them to an industrial tribunal for wrongful dismissal. After all, being a scale electric is a disability. But the judge threw it out of court. When he asked me if I wanted a barrister, I said, no, it's okay, I can have my own coffee. Things you can do when you're short. A garden gnome. Well, when I say do a garden gnome, I mean be one. Doing one would be a bit naughty. But it might get me in the movies. Another thing you can do is you can work in children's television. But who'd want to? Child actors can be little shits. Actually, no, sorry, that's not politically correct. Calling children little shits. Not all children are little. In fact, most of the... What's that? 150! Yeah, not all children are little. 150 calling children little shits, perfect timing. No, not all children are little. In fact, most of the kids that I directed when I worked in telly were taller than me. What's that, sir? You don't believe I worked in television? I'll have you know that the first thing I ever wrote for the BBC was one of Blue Peter's Christmas pantomimes. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, now you believe me! You see, the thing is, a little guy like me, you don't expect much, but if I shout and scream about it, apparently I've got small man syndrome. So I'll tell you what, I am not going to tell you that I'm a BBC-trained, BAFTA-nominated writer-director with a house, a car, 2 beautiful children, a big penis, and I'm a wonderful lover. I'm not going to tell you that, because if I did, it would be boasting. What I am going to say is, I am currently available. I know it's unbelievable, a little guy like me, yeah. So I know what some of you ladies in the audience are thinking. You're thinking, would I? Could I maybe, should I have sex with a disabled man? Buy me a drink after I might let you. So I'm standing on this chair, having my Tinder profile picture taken, because that way, unless a girl swiped up or down, she'd never know how tall I was. Until we met. This is a story of how I met Polly, by the way. Until we met, and by then my life personality and penis, like I said, would get me a second date. It worked. I matched with this lovely girl called Polly. I did. This is how we met. And we arranged to go and see some comedy. But when I bumped into her, we were both in for a bit of a shock, because she'd done the same photographic trick that I had. But rather than standing on a chair, she stood in a ditch. She was 6'3". But as I had to pay for the ticket, so we went, and it was like this place when we arrived, packed. There was only one seat left, right at the front. So I let Polly have it, and spent most of the evening sitting on her lap, which was lovely, until the MC mistook us for a ventriloquist act. We actually went down really well, and got invited back the following weekend as headliner, and we even thought about going up to Edinburgh. And at the end of the evening, when I was walking, well, at the end of the evening, there was definitely chemistry between me and Polly, and I wanted to kiss her. But how, with her up there and me down here? So I stood on our chair on tiptoes, and our lips met, and it was lovely. And then for a laugh, we tried it the other way around, with her standing on the chair. I think she enjoyed that more than I did. And as we were walking back to the station, hand in knee, she said, "Neil," she was quite posh, she said, "Neil, I've had a lovely evening. You're smart, you're funny, you're a little bit naughty. I'd like to see you again." I said, "That would be nice, but I know so little about you. What do you do?" And she says, "Hey, I'm a gastroenterologist." I said, "A what?" "A gastroenterologist. It's like a tummy doctor. I spend most of the day with my hand up people's arses. I hope that doesn't put you off." And I said, "Put me off? Why would that put me off? That's why you're such a great ventriloquist." So we have got on to go. So let's see what I can do. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! That's a PowerPoint slideshow. In other software-related puns, when it comes to spreadsheets, I'm pretty good at them. I excel. Thank you very much. What was the other one? Oh yes. I was walking from the car park and I saw Microsoft in chalk on the pavement. That was the word on the street. I did have one for the email address, but I can't remember it. Anyway, sorry. This is not a level playing field. It is now. Oh dear. So, couple more. Full stop. Not so full stop. Oh dear. Have I done all my girlfriend jokes? I probably have, yeah. My other girlfriend was a magician's assistant. Yeah, every time I asked for sex, she would climb in the cupboard and disappear. So I went out with her half-sister, also a magician's assistant. Tragic, magic accident. Blade got stuck. Don't know what I saw in her. There's a famous phrase or saying that goes, possessio is 9/10 of the word. A final throwaway joke? Yeah? Yeah. How about this one? Mind if I use my notes for the last bit? Yeah. Where are they? They're right here. Here you go. My notes. Here we go. Right. Is this got me part 2? Here we go. I am the act you should have missed. by coming late or leaving early. I'm much funnier if you're pissed, or if I wear a wig and dress, you can call me Shirley. And on the chance you thought I was funny, then I've got exciting news. Get out your phones and you can watch this show on YouTube. Yes, that's right. I've had 6 or 7 views. No ad revenue yet, but I am hopeful. And I'm sure when I am done, you'll clap and cheer. And the memory of this act won't disappear. It'll be locked in your brain forever. And at the bar, a drink I'll get. No one will say they liked my set. I am the act that did his best. Now, I hope you enjoyed Sir Hilary and his track around the world, yes. And some of my puns and some of the proppy bits. And even my singing. But did you know I also dance? Would you like to see that? Yeah, all right, here we go. That literally was it. There's good and bad in every show. And now it's time for me to go. So it's a time for you to clap and cheer. Thank you very much. You did a wonderful audience. There will be another show after me, but if you head down to the bar, you can go back up again. Thank you so much.